Alright, yo, Wagwan, it's that guy. Yeah, just keeping Dread Mist flowing. Almost at the end of the month. This month has gone by pretty damn quick, if you ask me. Today I wanted to react to some dreadlocks on r/Caucasian. r/Caucasian Dreadlocks. This is a small subreddit. I've come across here on Reddit, pretty recently, and I take it this community exists for Caucasians to share their dreadlock journeys. So let's dive on in and see what kind of dreadlock situations that we find. Okay, this is interesting. Probably my 10th set of dreads, but I think I finally figured out what I want this time. About 2 years into my journey, started with crochet and extensions. Very blonde. Definitely has been bleached because the roots we see that are a different color. And had some braids, some kind of crazy crinkly hair. A lot of attachments, a lot of beads and wraps going on here as well. Since her page has been deleted, 10th set of dreads, that's wild. It's a long time to have 10 different dreadlock sets. Interesting here, after gym and martial arts. Now this dude's dreads look heavily manicured in a sense where they've probably been really crocheted. Quite possibly interlocked, but they're super tight, but they still have a lot of loose hairs going on around it. Very crazy. They almost look like they're kind of stiff. I cut off all my wispy ends, so now it looks super short. It is what it is. I'm just gonna let it go. Cut off all the wispy ends. Now, if someone is cutting off wispy tips, it isn't really a solution to having those tips blunt. They would still need to have a crochet session to definitely blunt those ends. But as he said, they do look shorter, but they will still grow out, so the length will be back. This guy says, my shit don't want a dread. And I would say the contrary to that, because it looks like things are dreading up. He's probably referring to like this one dread here where the tip isn't locked, but there still is a couple inches prior to that that is locked up. So I don't know why he's saying that it won't dread. Frizzy hair, some of it might not dread, some of it will dread later in time. That one wispy tip there, it might not dread for another couple of years, but the new growth is gonna definitely come in because there's kind of like an anchorage point. I wouldn't be too concerned. It's working. Whatever it is you're doing, it was working. Starting new dreadlock babies. My hair now, and she's got some pretty good hair texture where she could just leave them and they'll freeform significantly because there is that wavy pattern in her hair. And yeah, I would just say she's able to just let those freeform. Very cool progression here. See some beads happening over there, and now it does start to shrink up as they start to mature, which we see in this photo here. And this is the beginning stages as well, so her hair type definitely allows for dreads to happen. And you can see here the difference in the length from when she first started. It's almost down to her back, and then once they've kind of matured, they've halved like a Bitcoin. They've halved in length, and they've matured super well. And now with just time, they will grow back out. Love that just washed frizz. Very, very interesting. And of course, yeah, after just washing your hair, it is going to be a little bit frizzier. With a few days down the road, it will tame itself back up. Her locks looking pretty cool because the front isn't dreaded at all. Loose bangs. I know some people like that look. 3-year-old dreadlocks. Those are very lengthy for 3 years. Now my guess is that her hair was already pretty long, got them worked on, probably crochet method, and left the tips loose, because for 3 years, this is a lot longer of hair growth than 3 years. They look fantastic though. Crazy. Suggestions on maintenance. Whoa, these are like super taken care of. Now, am I waiting too long or just leave them like this? I would say just leave them like that. Looks like they've been dyed jet black. Tips have been blunted. A lot of crochet hook method going on here. There's like zero frizz going on down the shaft of the dreadlock in itself. But no, I would say you're not waiting too long at all. You got the good amount of time here. Wow. New colors and some new beads and volume in, gosh darn. That's insane. So we got like bleach, dye, beads, shells, yarn, a whole lot of stuff happening here. I have never seen a more colorful set of dreadlocks in my life. Crazy. You don't often see dreadlocks this long and this decorative out there in the world. I had my hair down to the middle of my back and now it's short 4 months in. Hoping I don't lose any more length. I wouldn't be too concerned about losing any more length. At the end of the day, it does grow back over the years. And if one is committed to the dreadlock journey for the years involved that it takes to live the culture and the lifestyle, that length will come back. Been doing my dreadlocks by myself for 7 months. It says nobody really liked the pictures. What do you think? Honest opinions. He's got that half bleach look going on here. He's been doing them himself. Looks like he's interlocking them. Honest opinion, you don't need to interlock your dreadlocks. Just let them grow out. Honest opinion, I would let them Congo up and become a little bit thicker. But, I mean, maybe that's not the look this dude's going for. In all honesty, don't worry about what people think, man, and just grow your dreads on your journey. It's your life. The opinions of others should neither sway or nay you from doing your thing. Little over 1 year. These looking really cool. A lot of new growth at the top, showing in the natural gray hair as well. Wispy tips. Looking like they've been crocheted along the road. It's a nice journey. Okay. I feel like I should name them. This is a freeform dreadlock. This is the type of dreadlock that cannot be recreated with a crochet hook, a retwist, a comb coil, or an instant dread. This has the loops and the kinks and the bumps and the waves of only what God can give. Now, one that can grow the hair like this and leave it in such a natural state is a true patient person that does not care about the opinions of the world. This is a sign of a true freeform dreadlock. And it does show that freeform dreads, no matter their race, creed, nor gender, skin color, hair type, will form freely, will dread awesomely. So let those dreads be free. Throw away those tools. And ending it off here, we do have one more freeformer. End of the day, this dude looks like he may be from Portland. Curly type hair, and they are locking up. Lots of shrinkage here at this point. Very curious to see how these turn out down the road. I think there is another picture here of the other side, which is even nattier than the one that we've previously seen. Insane. And the back of his head is even crazier, showing how the nape always grows the thickest dreads first. And even the tips of those dreads are blunted naturally, I guess from the sleeping pattern, rubbing on the pillow at night. So this is by far probably my favorite set of locks that I've seen on this subreddit here today. Magnificent. So if you guys are a part of the Caucasian Dreadlocks community, I would like to know how you've been liking it, I guess. I don't know. Just give me a thumbs up in the chat. It is a pretty good way to see different types of dreadlocks. And you know, it's a part of the community driven. So Reddit is a great place to join different communities, ask different questions, to learn along your way in your very specific niche that you are interested in. And that's why I have the r/NotNation sub over there. If you haven't joined it already, what are you waiting for? Hit that button and submit your video, photos, and questions about dreadlocks. That's it for today. Not Nation, signing out.